Hello, everybody. I am Nick, otherwise known as Freedom Rap, and this is going to be my first ever lyric breakdown. Now, ain't lost just recently. Oops. We'll get to that in a sec. But ain't lost recently hit 100 plays, and it's actually had 110 right now, which is insane. I actually did not ever think that I would get that many plays in a song. But since it got 100 plays, I figured I would do a lyric breakdown for my verse, explain some of the bars. Maybe sometimes it's hard to hear. My mixing is still, still a work in progress. And sometimes it's hard to understand, sometimes you don't catch things, so I'm just going to explain the song. So let's actually just get right into it. So we're just going to start off with the intro.
Happy blazing, you ain't trying to behind
Oops. Okay, there we go. So I went out with like a super casual intro here because I was just screwing around. I'm like, I don't even know.
Yo, we got lost down here.
I just improvise these intros.
Find a way back in that corner. I don't even know, man. Yo, we didn't make it for free, we make it for freedom. Yo. Hey, stand up. If your hands are bopping, banging, cause we ain't lost. Found a way to lay in lines and aim and shot down. All the haters take.
That's probably one of my favorite parts. Alright, hold on. So, when it's like, shot down, for some reason, every time I did it, only shot down lined up perfectly. So it sounded really nice and crisp. Like, the other three you could hear, there was a little bit of, like, delay. But for some reason, every time I did shot down, it was perfect. I don't know, it just sounds really nice. Alright, let's get into the actual breakdown.
This the road I made him up, happy blazing. You ain't trying to behind it, just saying we taking names and type of body bags and laying out. Sitting them down and teaching them.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack in those first couple bars. So it's saying like, on the road we made our own path we blazed, and it kind of starts like this like trail scheme that lasts a couple bars. It's like, on the road we made our own path we blazing. We ain't trailing behind it, just saying we taking names and tagging body bags or laying them out. Saying like, you know, we made our own road, we're on our own path, we're blazing, like we're, you know, on fire. But at the same time, we're blazing trails, forging new paths in, forging new paths in music and stuff like that. And then it's saying we're taking names and tagging body bags because body bags have like the little, you know, the tag that's on the end of them that has all the information on that. And then we lay them out, just laying them out. All right.
Put them on the blackboard, we'll game the scene, breaking the garden, 10 people make up losing his script that they didn't read.
So, this is another, just quick. This is probably one of my favorite lines right here. Like, sitting them down and teaching them, put them on the blackboard will game the scene. Like, sitting them down and we're teaching them, like, we're teaching them how to actually rap, right? We're teaching them how to actually have wordplay and actually have lyricism. And then, like, put them on the blackboard will game the scene. Blackboard is like a chalkboard, you know, you write on blackboard. And then board game, like, we're gaming the scene, like, we're just absolutely destroying everybody, but at the same time, it's like a board game. Yeah, that was my thought process behind the behind those bars. And then raking the garden, tearing paper, make them loose leaf. Like, raking the garden, you know, you have loose leaves, you have to rake in the garden, you know, just loose wrappers that you have to knock out of there. They're not really relevant. Tearing paper, because paper comes from trees and leaves fall from trees. And then loose leaf is another play on the tearing paper. And then here's the script that they didn't read, is saying like, they had the formula for how to become a successful rapper in, you know, it's already been shown how to do it, and they still did not even read it. So I explain it in the next thing.
If it's only that you're reading sick as experience, or hop up a lot of success, and anyone interested in mobile the way to wear that your body that then it's rest. Case closed with a large degree in this, the brain of arms, and even the web, where the hip naked 47 and muscles are stretching out and envy, less and best minister people. Okay, so before I get into the next scheme, so it talks about how, let's see, so, oh geez, I completely lost my train of thought. Anyways, so it says only the illest and sickest of spitters will hawk up a lot of success. It kind of a play on like spitters, you know, like you hawk stuff up, you know, you spit things out, but also that's the same time like rappers, or another, you know, a slang word for rappers is spitters.
So it's saying only the illest and sickest of spitters, only the illest and sickest. I mean, that's kind of a fairly simple one. They'll hawk up a lot of success, and anyone who tries to mumble the way to a bag will get bodied and laid to rest. It's kind of a shot at mumble rappers because, you know, who doesn't have a shot at mumble rappers in their songs nowadays? Yeah. So the next scheme is case closed, got a law degree in this. There ain't a bar missed, not even the weapon. Like saying like case closed. I've got a law degree in this, which means I know what I'm talking about and I know how to break things down. And you know, it's like I know the laws of rap and case closed. Yeah. There ain't a bar I missed. This is actually a nice triple right here. So there ain't a bar I missed. Like bar is the test that you need to become a lawyer. And then well, bars. And then not even the weapon, like the BAR, the automatic rifle. Yeah. And then rather hidden AK-47, tearing muscles like stretching, I don't envy lesser pessimistic people, was, I mean, it's a little bit of a double entendre. There weren't really too many bars in that little scheme, but it was just trying to, set up the next big scheme. Alright, so let's get into that.
Some niggas are they catch and season wide, skip and wide, so extreme they ain't loving it from McDonald's. It's a W that's significant. You tend to run with beats if you hitting you from the tingle view. Using it, it's feel like you're ready to get it, they feel like they got to get it, feel it up, but Tuesday and oh my god, he is the new.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack. So I actually started with a reverse alphabet scheme here. So, like, and be less pessimistic people, some letters like they catch and Z's and why I scream and why I'm so extreme. They ain't loving it, flip McDonald's is a W. Like, it's a flip on the McDonald's sign, literally flipping the McDonald's sign. They ain't loving it, so you flip the McDonald's sign, it's a W instead of an M. That's a W, that's the dip in your views after I go and veto you, you know, more alphabet scheme, like, I go and veto you, saying like, nope, you're not included here. Hitting you from the tee, like golf tees, you know, you have to tee off and you drive from there. Hitting you from the tee, go pew, just a little onomatopoeia there. And then hitting you from the tee, go pew, using your essence as fuel. Are you ready to get in the queue? So it plays more on the, you know, the reverse alphabet scheme, and it keeps going, like, ready to get in the queue, lining up to get a piece of alphabet soup, saying, oh my god, he is the new Logic NM, like new Logic NM. Alright, let's keep going.
Logic and M, GM Grand, I'm a lion, and be lying, if I said I was taking L's, okay, now tweeting more than a Blue Jay, now from Toronto, acting super gay, I am only trying to make a payment for an intro USC, we're paying for June's here, with June CG, I hope it's up with the scheme, is FNM.
Okay, so there's a lot that happens in there. So, new Logic and M, GM Grand, a line, I'd be lying if I said I was taking L's. So, like, new Logic NM, GM Grand, and, like, you know, the MGM Grand, or the MGM Grand logo is like the lion, the Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Then I said I'd be lying if I said I was taking L's, a bigger play on the alphabet scheme, and saying like I'd be fake and I'd be, you know, lying to you guys if I said I wasn't taking W's and if I said I was, you know, taking L's constantly, which I'm not, and I'm very grateful for that. And then now I'm tweeting more than a Blue Jay, like starting a different scheme. Like, you know, you tweet, the Twitter looks like a Blue Jay, and Blue Jay's tweet. Not from Toronto, acting straight but gay. This is kind of a play on, like, a lot of people Toronto being homosexual, which it's not a shot, but, like, it's still just a funny play. And then it's actually a play on words from somebody in the Knox Hill server named Straight But Gay, who is, he's a regular in the server. So, yeah. I'm only trying to make a payment for an HOUSE. We're paid for truancy. Yeah, I'm a true MC. G, I hope is F. J, I hope his alphabet scheme is F and over. Like, it's more plays on the alphabet scheme. I started to run out of ideas at this point. Like, it became hard to keep up the alphabet scheme at that point, but I figured, like, an easy way to do things is just spell out words, and you can find very good. Okay, and we're back. My camera ran out of storage, so I had to stop, and then I had to eat dinner. So, we left off, at the G to F scheme. So hold on, let me rewind just a
No,
little
that's
bit.
me. What he just keep eating ears. It's S and D. I hope he sees what he is
Okay,
doing. How do you like the maturity?
okay.
G. I hope his alphabet scheme is F and over for the left of me. What he just keep eating ears. It's S and D. I hope he sees what he is doing. How do you like the little?
Okay, so after he says G, I hope his alphabet scheme is F and over for the life of me. Will he just keep eating? He is just S and D, which is a nicer way to say sucking dick. But yeah, I hope he sees what he is doing. Again, like the tail end of the alphabet scheme. Like I was just trying to come up with any rhyme that I could that would at least make somewhat sense. That would be able to end the scheme. I tend to have an issue where I start schemes off really well, but then by the end of a verse, I will be like, I've run out of ideas and I've run out of witty bars. Yeah, but it's almost over.
Scheme hope you realize the type of immortalizing that I used to demoralize you, make you watch and freeze you over, then I'll leave you beat. Okay, that wasn't even the literary segment. My boss and bangers make people go hey.
Okay, so let's see. So, how'd you like that scheme? I hope you realize the type of immortalizing that I used to demoralizing, make you ice and freeze you over, then I'll leave you be, okay? It switches into a different rhyme scheme just for a little bit, just because I had run out of rhymes at that point, and I didn't want to repeat any rhymes. So, it switches into, like, the I scheme, like, I hope you realize that the type of immortalizing that I used to demoralizing, make you ice and freeze you over, make you ice and freeze you over. I mean, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That was more just like kind of rhyming than wordplay. But then I'll leave you be, okay. Again, B, like the second letter in the alphabet, and then that wasn't even the letter they sent, saying like that wasn't even what they were trying to say, but that's what ended up coming out anyways, and that's the that's the the letter, because alphabet. There wasn't even the letter they sent because of my bops and bangers making people go hey, like it's I felt that it was a good way to close off the verse. It makes sense and it leads pretty nicely into into the hook again. Yeah, so that was the reverse alphabet scheme. That was probably one of the hardest schemes I've ever done. Being honest, like, most of the times I'll have bars, thrown in throughout there, but that's probably one of the longest schemes that I've ever actually, like, put in. So, I mean, let's just listen to the hook one more time, and then we'll be done.
If your heads are bopping, banging, cause we ain't lost.
The hook is always fun.
All the haters taking the whole freaking game. Got through the spire, let's make it our names, we ain't lost. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, that is going to be it for this video. I apologize for the random pauses and stuff like that. This is my first time ever doing something like this, so improvising behind a camera is not really my strong suit, but I'm trying to get better at it so I can get more content out for you guys, so it's not just listening to the same 12, 13 tracks over again until I'm able to get some more music out. I am currently working on my phone, so if the audio quality sounds a little bit worse on my songs, it's because my little Chromebook that could decided that it did not want to do any recording anymore and tried to die. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Definitely make sure to go check out my page, Freedom Rap, and NA the Rapper. I will put his page in the description box below, and a link to his YouTube channel in the info card. I don't know, somewhere over there. Anyways, appreciate you guys for coming and watching this lyric breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want me to do next. All right. Bye, guys.